Dating apps. They've changed the way people connect and fall in love.
As artificial intelligence makes its way into more aspects of our daily lives, dating is no exception.
If you use a dating app or know someone who does, there's a new warning tonight from police.
Aaron Black showed up for a date. Instead, he was held up at gunpoint.
In fact, a recent study shows that almost 40% of heterosexual couples met their partner online.
Nowadays, you can go online and have chats and conversations with strangers for free, which was a luxury our parents did not have. The era of limitless options has begun, and dating apps have taken over. There is now nearly something for everyone, but is having limitless options beneficial? Actually, this is a nice thing. No, I'll simply do it again. Relationship history and dating Mary was much more common in the past, which may appear to be a nice and romantic thing to do, but this was also due to the financial constraints placed on women at the time, which ranged from unequal pay at the time for a lack of education to having children and having to take time off work, which most employers didn't like, and so on. Let's get one thing out of the way first. Dating sucks and has always sucked. Every date you go on, whether through an app or a more natural arrangement, you set yourself up for the high likelihood of being disappointed or disappointing someone else. When dating online, you'll go with the most popular apps. It's like a Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, but Phil, I'm different. I sparkle. Yes, there's also something for you. For example, if you're LGBT plus Jewish, Christian, Black, disabled, have digestive problems, or are a literal fairy, there's quite literally something for everyone, whether you're looking for love or just a casual fling. There is no excuse nowadays not to exchange bodily fluids with others, and if you get rejected, who cares because you have infinite options? So just swipe to the next one, and 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 the next one. You open Netflix and spend around 20 minutes trying to decide what to watch because you're overwhelmed. Or you start watching something for 10 minutes since being on your phone provides you a faster dopamine boost than waiting 90 minutes for a whole movie. In basic terms, the paradox of choice is that when you have more options, you tend to make worse decisions and are more disappointed with the choices you actually make. Let's imagine you're looking for the perfect coffee maker, and you go to Amazon and see a myriad of alternatives, and you're wondering, if I choose this one, will I regret it? Let me read 957 customer reviews. You do all of this before even purchasing and trying it. Number 2, if I choose this coffee maker, will it limit my ability to choose another potentially better coffee maker? Number 3, I have high expectations that this coffee maker will produce the best, highest quality coffee anyone has ever tasted. A basic understanding of how dating apps function demonstrates how far we've progressed in turning individuals into objects. This swiping function is very different from flipping through items in a carousel ad you may see on Facebook or Instagram, or sifting through different brand names in the grocery store on the right. Is this how we want to be seen by others? You're seeking someone to be close and vulnerable with, and we're offering ourselves like a variety of chips on a shelf. How much can you reasonably expect from a relationship that begins with a kiss? The state of modern dating is a result of the system that was created. Dating on these apps is now ruthless, with ghosting, no-shows, and hostile and inappropriate messaging becoming far more common. Meeting up with someone on a dating app is no different from trying to buy or sell something on Kijiji. When an app treats people like products on a shelf, this attitude rubs off on its users. You're not swiping right on a human being, you're swiping right on a product, and if that product no longer appears desirable, you discard it and the app. Many of the card-based dating apps use the desirability score, or ELO. The more you match with people you swipe right on, the more desirable you're considered. The app then pushes your profile to more people. This process has little to do with making a match. The goal is to keep people on the platform by dangling desirable individuals in front of them. The more attractive people you see, the more likely you are to feel hope that the one is out there, and you won't delete the app. A set of cards does nothing to boost your chances of finding love. It only raises your chances of remaining on the platform. Those with lower scores are presented less frequently, giving them 2 possibilities: give up or pay to increase their profile. This widespread feature among applications profits from those who don't present effectively. Being able to raise your profile just returns you to a more level playing field that you shouldn't have been denied in the first place. Remember that these platforms are above all money-producing systems. When we're with someone, we're no longer getting that hive attraction because we know it can easily be found on an app in our pocket. All we have to do is ghost, deceive, or suddenly break up with someone to get it back. Even just looking at an attractive person on your app will give you a hit of dopamine, making loyalty to a lover less appealing. You get hooked into a reward cycle that becomes addictive, and just as you get a blip of joy from a like on social media, you get a hit of dopamine from a Tinder match, which keeps you coming back. If you have found someone worth keeping, most of us have been with someone we loved and still questioned whether there was someone better out there. Apps like Tinder exploit this feeling. They overwhelm you with choices, making you feel like you're never making the right one. Checking out one of these apps when you're bored, then that novelty center goes into full gear, so the novelty triggers your brain to learn something easier and incites an emotional response associated with it. In simple terms, our brains love doing something new. So let's say you start going on a lot of dates from these apps. In the beginning, dates are exciting. It's something new. It's like an adventure. You dress up, you look cute, you smell good, and then you meet up with another beautiful person. Hopefully, during the day, you're wondering what they're thinking of, what you're going to say next, and how you're going to get them naked. It's a rush of emotions that makes you feel incredible, and you want to keep having that feeling. Of course, just like anything else, over time our brains recognize patterns, so dates with that person aren't that exciting anymore, and they're not that exciting. These dating apps are like someone giving you a credit card with a limitless balance so you can shop for sex and affirmation whenever you want. We don't spend enough time in partnerships for our brains to manufacture oxytocin, which is more frequent in long-term relationships or with close friends and family. If you've ever been in a long-term love relationship, you've probably noticed how at ease you feel when you're with this person. Oxytocin helps drop our blood pressure and cortisol levels, which helps relieve stress. It also encourages development and healing. If those were the only issues with dating apps, then perhaps the situation wouldn't be so grave. But regrettably, there are more issues with most online interactions, which is why dating apps are winning us over with this sensation that everything is well with the world. Dating applications frequently lack the sensitivity and attention found in real-world relationships. In a world of swipes and algorithms, it's essential to remember that true connections are built on authenticity, respect, and shared values. Let's navigate the digital age with a conscious heart, seeking relationships that enrich our lives.